Hi there, welcome back to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. I still have some what's on my desk to do today. I've missed my desk and I told my husband I might come out of my room for a little sustenance, but we'll see. Hold on, let me put that back in there, the needle. Otherwise it dries out quickly. So I just turned my camera back on again. And the last video I did a few minutes ago, the magic of cameras. Oh, and I set my alarm again. That worked great. I set it for 30 minutes so that gives me a little buffer zone because my phone will turn off after 38. So we made we made a journaling card out of an old library card, library catalog card, pardon me. There's where the post goes through so that you can't pull them out of the drawer when you're at the library. These predate when now you could pull it up on the computer and find out where the book is, what section to go to find the book you're looking for. So these are really cool. And if you're interested, I ordered them through Vintage Buffalo Girl Etsy shop, Michelle's shop. I'll put the link down below again. And then we made a tag using some Japanese rice paper and an illustration out of another medieval topic book and journaling on that side. And then I wanted to put a little word snippet right there. I was hoping to use maybe a chapter heading. These are original pages out of the text block from the original book, but they're too wide. I wouldn't fit it on. So I looked through my word snippets in my little word snippet, my big book, board book, and I found Noble Memory. Hopefully that's showing up. I don't want to have to stand up and see if that's showing up. So I found Noble Memory, and I think that will be perfect. So let's just get that ready. And ink the edges. I have so many videos to catch up on. All of you who I usually leave little notes under your videos. I love being able to leave a note when I've watched videos. I mean, I always click like. Please know if I'm subscribed to your channel, I'm always clicking like. I like to like. There you go. Anyhow, I have so many videos to catch up on, which I don't mind. It's what I like to do in the morning. I make my coffee, snuggle up on the couch with my little dog, and watch some videos. That's usually my time is morning to watch junk journaling videos. There's not very many other topics that I watch outside of junk journaling right now. There are a few. I follow along a daily vlog for a lovely, lovely, sweet couple. The wife has cystic fibrosis, and they do a daily vlog. They're such a sweet couple of the ins and outs of their life with cystic fibrosis. You know what? Maybe I'll leave links down below if any of you are interested. I follow along a little dachshund. Her name's Lulu, and she just had puppies. And I really, you know what? That one puts a smile on my face. And there's usually not a whole lot of talking because I believe the owners are from Sweden. It's either Sweden or Denmark. They'll do closed captioning in English underneath. And this little, she's a miniature dachshund. So cute. Who else do I follow that's not a junk journaler? I'm trying to think. Oh, I follow this young man. He likes to do winter camping, and he takes his dogs with him. I find that just fascinating. But his are very, very long. They're very good. And boy, he's got a great sense of humor. I follow along a Canadian woman who has a cabin somewhere here in Ontario. I have a feeling I know approximately where it is because I live in Ontario. She does some very, very informative videos because she has an off-grid cabin. And I enjoy her video. I just found her recently, and I enjoy her videos. They're very calming and peaceful, and it really makes me want to take my trailer and plop it on a piece of land and live off-grid, at least in the summer. This young lady, she goes up there all year round to her little off-grid cabin. It's a little tiny house sort of thing. You know what? If I think of any others that I follow that are non-junk journaling videos, I'll post them down below. There's not very many. Mostly, and you all know who you are, whose videos I follow in the junk journaling world. I have a gazillion to catch up on. Okay, so now we've got Noble Memory, and that's looks like the main gates to a walled medieval city, I think. And then we have this gallant man in his armor and journaling space on the back of those. So I will put those into my box, and let's keep going. Oh no, wait, there was one more thing I want to do. Oh, jeepers, talk too much. All right, you know what? I just wanted to add a little something. So I've got out my fancy schmancy scissors. I'm just going to, let's see if these cut rice paper. I'm not sure if they do or not. Boy, they don't do a very, rice paper does not like, I mean, these scissors, they're never very good anyways, are they? Do any of you really like your, I find that it's kind of iffy whether they're going to cooperate or not. You know what? That'll still work. Especially when you're trying to cut along an edge. I think if I were trying to cut through the center of the paper, it would be happier to cooperate. No, that's not bad. All right. Especially if I ink that edge. Which one am I using here? Is that gathered twigs? Yeah. So after a week of incredible food, absolutely incredible food, I find that we're actually very happy tonight to have grilled cheese and tomato soup for dinner. It's just some nice comfort food. I've gotten into the I've tweaked a recipe for tomato soup, cream of tomato soup. The original one that I worked from was the Pioneer Woman, but there were some things, she put some things in that I wasn't interested in, and as ever, every cook makes a recipe their own. And I gotta tell you, my husband and I, we can't, jeepers, come on, we can't get enough of this cream of tomato soup. I love it, and I make up one batch, and then I freeze it in containers that is just 2 portions. So we get 2 mugs of soup because we're empty nesters. It's just us. And then it's perfect for a night when we want to have grilled cheese and tomato soup. I get out a thing of homemade tomato soup. So easy to make. It's got crushed tomatoes, onion, celery, Ree Drummond's, I believe, calls for chicken broth, and I use beef broth in it. Here, I'm just making a little across the corner banner here. I think that looks nice. And I'm going to cut that off. Yeah, there's a few other things. You know what? If anyone's interested, let me know, and maybe I'll post it down below in one of my next videos. But I tell you, it's been a couple years now since I've bought a can of tomato soup. It's so easy to make. You can make it up very quickly and have it the same night, and then put the rest put the rest in the freezer, and you can pull out cream of tomato soup whenever you need a quick dinner. All right, you know what I think I might want to put is a cigar band. This is my Nancy box. I keep my Happy Mail from Wishes and Weeds in here. That way I know that it was from her. And I think I want a cigar band to put there. But I gotta find them. So, give me a second while I look. I guess I should have looked this up before I started the camera going, because I'm wasting my 30 minutes looking through all my Nancy stuff. Where did I put? I don't see you. Come on. There's all of that. You can see she spoils me. Oh, there it was. It was right on the top. She spoils me. But that's why she's my crafty crush. I should actually have my ring on. That's why she's my crafty crush. Well, no, it's not one. But it doesn't hurt. We just get along. I swear she's my sister from another mister. All right, let's see if maybe something gold and pretty. Boy, we saw tons of Cuban cigars. We went down to one of our cruise port stops was Cozumel. And boy, oh boy, lots of, they go nuts over the Cuban cigars down there. We can get them up here where I am. So it's Cuban. They kept saying, come in, Cuban cigars. And not that my husband and I, neither one of us smoke cigars. You know what? I should have just, I might put that aside. But they were going crazy over the Cuban cigars. All right. I'll put you aside for now. And I'm going to save you because Lord Rector, that sounds very lordly. So I might try and incorporate that somewhere. I like that in the meantime. It just sort of gives a little balance for the journaling. All right. Now, thank you for the cigar bands, Nancy. We had a lot of catching up to do this morning during coffee time. And that was nice. Now, let's put that back on. And let's see what else I was going to do. Oh, you know what? I wanted to share a funny little thing. I love funny little things. I wasted so much time. I could be crafting. I don't think, here's the book. Here's the original text block. And I don't think whoever owned this book ever read it. Because, and I wish I hadn't done it before I could show you, but when I was hunting through for pages that had interesting little poems under the chapter headings, I found several pages within each signature. Here's, you can see all the signatures that go into a book. See them all in there, the folded bundles of paper. I found several pages in each one. You can see right here, this one, that they hadn't been properly cut open to be able to turn the page and read it. And nobody had cut them open, so it would have been impossible to read the pages. I hope I'm making it clear. Like, imagine if these two pages, it was still completely joined at the top there. I had to actually get out my X-Acto blade, which I can't find right now, and slice it open so that I could see if there was a chapter heading inside. And I think, so I have a feeling that this beautiful, lovely book, and it's very common. Don't think that this is, oh my goodness, that makes it precious. No, these series that Sir Walter Scott wrote, hugely popular and published many times over. This is, although as pretty as that cover is, it's not rare. But I just, little things like that, I just love curious little things like that, so that whoever owned that beautiful book actually never read that beautiful book. So I actually feel better about that. All right, so what are we going to do now? I've got them over here. I'm still puzzling my puzz over what to do with the very first page. So I'm going to keep thinking about that. And then, oh, let's put you out of the way. And then I've still got a bit more rice paper. Maybe I'll put in these pockets. I've made some pockets and tuck spots, so maybe I'll put them in. These two are from Simeon's Gift, that book that Julie Andrews wrote, and Julie Andrews and her daughter wrote it. And then I have, I made some pockets. I just glued them onto old file folders, and they're going to be pockets. So maybe I'll choose where I'm going to put those into the text block, and then we'll put them in. Then I've got to figure out as well what I'm going to do with it. These, that's big. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do about that. Whether I'm just going to cut it down and just make another journaling card, or maybe make a little journaling booklet. I'm going to have to think about that. And then I have this big one. I guess not everything has to be used, but I liked that because it's the women on the shore with the children, probably doing laundry or something, and the castle in the background. We'll see. Let's work on these. So these are going to go in. Now I think I've already got some pockets in here, so I want to make sure. There's a tuck spot in the first signature. As you can see, I flip them over after I've sewn in the signatures. I flip over my little post-it notes so that I can still see where the signatures are after I've sewn them together. That way I can know I've got balance. I wouldn't want to put 4 pockets in the first 4 signatures and then have no pockets back here. So that just helps me and my old postmenopausal brain. I'm waiting for my crone years to hit, and they say that we're supposed to become very wise in our crone years, and I'm definitely in my crone years without the wisdom of being a crone. Oh well. All right, so I thought I had already put more pockets in, but I guess I haven't, so that's good. Oh, what's here? Pocket is in signature 7. All right. And then is there a pocket in the back? I definitely like the last signature near the end to have a pocket. I wonder if I want to use one of these as a pocket on the... Sorry, you get me with my brain going when I just turn on the camera. Okay, so this is going to be one of the inside papers. Might be nice to have a pocket back there, but that wouldn't show up. Nope, don't like it. Not doing it. So these are definitely going in. Pocket could go on this side. And then it would actually match Simeon's. I could put it over on that side so that we can tuck there. And this one would go on the other. Yep. Okay, I do want to put it there. Come on, stay where you put. I just want to do that edge. I'm not distressing it. You'll notice I'm not skimming it like that. I only want that little edge darkened up. It just makes a difference. Because if it's pure white, it'll just, for me at least, it'll just glare at me from that page. All right. So you're just going to go right there. And be a nice little tuck spot. Don't be deceived, to anyone who hasn't used this art glitter glue. Don't be deceived by that tiny little stripe. This stuff is strong, and it will easily hold a tuck spot in place very nicely. Put a paper clip on there for now. Just give it a little bit of hold. I'll take it off later. All right, so that means we've got a pocket in 7. We've got a pocket in 9. Let's look at number 5. There we are, 5. Where do we want to put a pocket? I love that. You're too wide. You're too wide. I'm going to have to trim you down if you're going to be a pocket. 5. Let's see. Yeah, I want to do it on the music page. Where's the other side of that music page? That's what I want. Right there. But I gotta make you smaller. I can lose some of that. There's not much going on there. And I think I'll do my 2-way again. I find with a little book like this, there's really not a whole lot of need to glue down all 3 sides, and it makes it difficult to put things in and out. 2 sides is more than enough. All right, pencil. Leave yourself a bit of room here. You don't want it flush right to that center gutter there. So if I want to take you maybe out to here. Oh. I'm so out of room. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we'll do it over here out of camera. Sorry, I'm still here. And you're going to start jiggling in a second. Sorry. I apologize. All right, now let's see. Much better. Oh my goodness, I have got to put some WD-40 on this stool. Oh, come on, don't be a stinker. Thank you. So I'm just rounding the one corner because I'm going to glue that in so that it can, but I want this inked. It's a little too black and white for my liking, and I'm going to really go at it. I want it quite inky and old looking. This is from that book that I have with the artist, that Mrs. Loudon. She did all the artwork. She and her husband visited gardens all over England. And what a talented artist she was. I'm really bringing this in. I really want it quite yellowy and not so black and white looking. I want more, oh, sepia. So that's why I'm not re-hitting the ink pad. I am now using up whatever ink is left on it and fading it to the center. So there's almost a glow. Does that make sense? Yeah, I like that. You can do this with photos too. If you've got a black and white photo that is still looks way too new, I find that black and white photos accept distress ink very nicely, and you can make it look like a sepia tone photo. Yeah, I like that. So see how I left the center? I really haven't bothered it, so that it almost has a glow. Okay, happy. I'll probably do that with this other one as well. And we're going to do two sides. I hope I'm in. Let me see. Yeah. Wonder how much time I've got left. Oh, I got like 3 minutes left. Gosh, the time flies, and I feel like I haven't shown you much of anything. Just chattered my head off. Oh well. Such is Catherine's video channel. There we go. And there goes my alarm. Come on, you. Alarm, I can't deal with you right now. I'm gluing. Gee, that's a nice little song. That's my new phone, so I'm still figuring out what rings and alarms I'm using on it. I didn't know it. I have that one. All right, hold on. I'm coming. There we go. All right, now let's go back and get this, and we'll take off that paper clip, and I'll put you here. There. I'd hold you down. Come on, slide down just a little bit. Thank you. Oh, I like that. That's going to be nice. You have to tuck things in there. That'll look good. Oh, that would look nice. A noble memory. That would look very nice in there. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We got a little bit done. We got 2 pockets in, and all right. You know what? I'm just going to click stop here, and then I'm going to turn you back on. If you hung around here till now, thank you so much. And I will see you probably in a few minutes. Bye.